Hi everyone. I wanted to share a little bit about how to do research today and to get credible information for your blog posts, articles, whatever it is that you're writing. And the reason why I wanted to do this video is because there are a lot of people who blog and create content, but who rely on other blogs. And perhaps it's the journalist in me, but if I am going to be putting out content there, especially on something that I am not very knowledgeable about, I like to be very careful where I get my information from. So what I mean is, if I'm going to be blogging about skincare, then I'm going to be looking for sources of information that may be like the American Academy of Dermatology, WebMD, places like that or places like that that are well researched and have studies and all of that versus just another blogger, because honestly, it's really hard to tell where another blogger gets their information from. And when you are able to cite these websites, when you go to their website, when you access their information, and then at the end of your blog post or your article, you are able to cite those reputable websites, then it raises your credibility. And so people are more likely to trust what you're saying. And if you're recommending a product, they're more likely to pay attention to your recommendation. So just to show you something quick. So if I were to research, let's say I've already been doing some research, but let's say I wanted to research, green tea and skin. Well, it would help if I spelled it properly. Okay, so right up top, the first thing that's shown is something from WebMD. Now it's a little old, it's from 2000, so I would prefer to have something that's more current. But that's a good place to look. All right, so as I work my way down here, I can see that there's this top10homeremedies.com. I don't know anything about them, but I'm going to keep looking. Natural living ideas, style craze, smart skincare, Marie Claire's a magazine. Okay, so this is what you would find if you looked on Google for green tea and skin. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to add something to that search term. I think that's the name of the body. Let's see. Okay. Okay, so I had a little bit of a brown out just now, so I apologize. Okay, so I put in American Association of Dermatology, but it's actually the American Academy. I couldn't remember what it was that I had searched before. So American Academy of Dermatology, green tea and skin, and let's see. Okay, so right up top we have something green tea and skin. Looks like it was written in 2005, so we'll open that up in a new tab. All right, here's another one. Saving Face 101. It's about customizing your skincare routine. That's probably not going to have anything relevant to green tea, but we can still check it. And then here's something else. Good protecting your skin from the sun, blah, blah, blah. And when you see the snippets, it does mention green tea, so we can open that up. And then here's another one from National Institutes of Health. This is from 2012, so this looks like the most recent so far, so we can look that up as well. All right, so what we're going to see here is that first one. And now, unfortunately, you can't get the access to the whole text unless you are a member or if you want to pay $35.95 for access to the article. But in the extract and the abstract here, I'll just put it here. And I'm just reading through. Okay, so basically these are talking about plant extracts, and as you can see, green tea is mentioned right here. And it says that they all produce flavonoid compounds and that the phytochemicals are highly reactive with other compounds to neutralize free radicals or initiate biological effects. It talks a little bit about catechins. So this would be something that, this is saying basically that green tea can be good for the skin. So you can use this, and then you have the URL of the article, so that can be your source that you're citing. So imagine how much more that credible you look when you are quoting the Journal of the American Academy of Dermatology rather than some, I don't know, random blog site, unless they have their sources cited, which they may. But again, call this a journalist in me. I like to look at the documentation for myself. I don't much trust other people's what other people say about other things. Just part of my journalistic training. All right, so there's one. So I'm going to leave that open. This was the one about the skin type. And I browsed through this, and I don't remember seeing anything really on green tea. What I will do is I will do a quick search. Actually, yes, there it is. Okay, so right here you can see that it talks about calming ingredients such as green tea, polyphenols, chamomile, and aloe are beneficial. All right, so again, that's the American Academy of Dermatologists, so that's a second link, second source. And this is about the sunscreen pill. And let me do that same search. All right. This is helpful because it helps you to get there. I'm not saying that this is what you should do. You should read the whole article, but so that this doesn't take 20 minutes, I am just finding it. Okay, so here it's talking about antioxidants and how they've been proven to show protective effects from sun damage. And it talks about studies being done on green tea extracts applied to the skin. And okay, so it talks about studies being done on green tea extracts applied to the skin, as it said before, but that they have not done any research to see about whether drinking the green tea has any protective effects. And again, if you're writing about skincare, then that's perfect. All right, so those are dimensions. And then one more, I wanted to show you this. So this is from the, okay, so the NCBI is the National Center for Biotechnology Information. And it's, their website is where you also find PubMed, which is where you find a lot of the studies that they do on different things. I've used PubMed quite a bit. Okay, so here they're talking about the protective mechanisms of green tea polyphenols in skin. And now these can be a little hard to slog through because very often they're technical. But if you are able to get through them, what is good is when you can actually put all of this research, the findings from their research into plain, everyday layman language. And then what you can do is use this link to cite it. And so that, again, gives you that credibility. But most people who are going to look at this, their eyes are going to glaze over, because if you don't have a lot of interest or a lot of knowledge about biology and chemistry and all of that good stuff, then this is going to be really hard. So if you do, then that's great, because like I said, there's great value in putting all of this research information into plain everyday language. But the purpose of this video is just to show you how to get great sources for whatever it is that you're finding. And honestly, if you can't find good sources for what you're saying, you may not want to say it, because the last thing that you want to do if you're trying to build an authority website is to have people, questioning your information. So if you don't have facts to back it up, then probably leave it out. So anyway, this has gone on for a while, and I hope you have seen how I got the different results in the search engine. So let me know if you have any questions.